What's going on, team? Today I am joined with my good friend Ray, and we are going to run you through a very quick tip that's going to help you develop more power and balance on your right cross and left hook. Now, this one is all to do with a common mistake I see from beginners, and that's excessive rotation of the heel and the foot that's throwing the punch. Now, that heel rotation is important for getting our hip engaged, but we tend to take it a little bit too far. So I'm going to show you why that isn't as effective as you might think and how we can correct it. So let's start off with the right cross. Now, when Ray throws his right cross towards me, this tends to happen from a lot of people. We're told to elevate our heels and get the hip involved, but we can see here that his knee is now pointing the opposite direction or the wrong direction of the punch, and his heel is lifted and turned. Now, one or two things is going to happen here. Either the punch is going to start to follow the line of the knee, so he ends up shooting his cross this way, completely missing the target and losing balance, or when it comes to this position, there isn't a lot of balance here. Now, if I just apply some pressure and go to push him back, good, he starts to rock immediately. The correct way we want to elevate the heel involved is to make sure that the knee and the hip are in direct line with the punch. They got to be facing the target. Target's here. This is where we want the hits. If I go and apply the same pressure now to Ray and I push back, now he's in a nice stable position because his foot and hip are stacked behind the punch. Okay, so when you're throwing your right cross, try to avoid this excess rotation here to close off our stance and draw the power past the target. We want to make sure that it's shooting in a straight line from the hip, bang, straight forwards towards our opponent. The next one we see is with the left hook. So let's just run this one off a right cross. So it goes here, now he throws the left hook, bang, and we end up with this rotation here. Once again, he's lifted the heel, the hip is now past the target, and one or two things happens here. When he misses, he does a little pirouette and turns away from me, not great for counters. Or the fact that he's gone to here, he's taken his right shoulder so far away from being able to fire again. For him to throw another cross or uppercut off that side, he has to rotate all the way back to here before the punch starts. Okay, so to avoid that, if he's got his stance set right with this nice 45 angle, his hip's already in play. He only just needs to elevate the hip to here to get some momentum into that punch. Okay, so he goes cross, boom, goes the hook, bang. Now we can see he's in a better position. The right shoulder is still in line, and he's in a better position to throw that cross down the line afterwards, good, and continue his combination. Okay, so heel elevation on our punches is important for our weight transfer, but there's a fine line between doing just enough and then overshooting the mark and creating a lot more work for yourself. So hopefully this gives you a little bit more of an idea of how to get some power and balance onto that right cross and left hook, and make sure you follow for more tips.